There's been a sweep here at the Knox County GOP headquarters with Republican candidates dominating the polls in the local elections. That means there's a 10% difference between the state standards and Monroe County standards. The 15-4 tuition model is designed to give students the opportunity to graduate in 4 years. But the model does not take into account the students that decide to change their majors. The best prescription for those not suffering from ADHD is a good night's rest and a well-balanced meal before their test. I'm going to show you one of the techniques they learned today. This is my buddy Liam, and he's going to hold onto my arm just like it would be if I was being attacked from the front. So what I'm going to do is pull up and break free, flick him in the eyes to blind him, and cup him on the ear and get him out of here. Strip is a popular destination for visitors and students, and it may be getting a makeover. Reporting for UT Today, I'm Caitlyn Cline. They did it. After years of homework, tests, and textbooks, graduation day has finally arrived. There are 221 graduates from Sequoia High School. But while half the senior class is lining up in the gym,
to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2015.
The rest are getting ready to walk across the stage at Tellico Village Community Church. Dozens of students participated in a senior prank, leading to mass vandalism and thousands of dollars of damage to the high school. Hay thrown on the floors, walls covered in shaving cream, and even a dead animal in the hallway.
It's just, they took it too far. They just made it a lot worse than what it seemed.
Those students were not allowed to attend the official graduation ceremony with the rest of their classmates. Parents and students alike were not pleased with that decision.
There's other things that could have been done to not take away all their senior activities.
And we're told there's actually more people here at this ceremony than the real graduation only 20 minutes away. The church says that by holding the graduation, they do not condone the students' behavior, but still want to recognize the achievement.
These students have completed 12 years of education. That's a significant milestone for them.
Even though they aren't sure what to call it.
Well, it's not a graduation because they're not walking across the stage at Sequoia.
2.0.
Yeah, 2.0.
That's what it's called.
It will still be a day these seniors will always remember. Caitlyn Cline, WBIR 10 News.
Beautiful music fills the home nearly every day, but this musician can't even hear the notes he's playing. Captain Mark Brogan was deployed to Iraq in 2005.
While I was there, I was on a foot patrol on Anbar Province, in a little town called Rolla. A suicide bomber walked up behind me and blew himself up.
Captain Brogan was seriously injured in the attack. He suffered from a severe brain injury, shrapnel in his spinal cord, and nearly lost his right arm. After being in a coma for 3.5 weeks, his chances for survival were grim.
Actually, called my wife when I got to Germany and said, plan on coming to Germany and pulling him off life support.
But Captain Brogan survived. Because of his brain and spinal cord injuries, he's nearly deaf and lost much of his motor skills in his hands. But neither of these injuries stop Captain Brogan from doing what he loves. Captain Brogan tries to play the piano daily. Not only is it good therapy for his physical injuries, playing even helps improve his mental capabilities.
It's good for the occupational weaknesses in my hand and cognitive therapy and something that challenged me with the hearing loss.
Even though the therapy is just what he needs and what he loves to do, the music does take its toll.
I have to take a break playing because my hand does wear out after a while, and I have to take a mental break too because my brain will wear out.
Captain Mark Brogan is not just surviving, he's thriving. And he's inspiring hundreds of others to live life like he does. Taking it one note at a time. Caitlyn Cline, WBIR 10 News.
As the need for more financial backing in high schools increases, high school administrators and school boards are trying to come up with ways to increase their graduation rates. The higher the rates, the greater the funding schools will get from the government. Monroe County Board of Education thinks it's come up with a solution. The county is proposing a 60% as a passing grade, rather than the current system that sits at a 70%. Dr. Linda Keck is the principal of Cumberland Gap High School in Claiborne County. She thinks the proposed grading system, while helping the schools, will only hurt the students.
The system they're going to will help student graduation rate. So if graduation rate is your goal, you know, it'll help a lot of students to succeed that. But it also, if you lower the scale, students are going to just work to the scale you expect. So they're only going to work to your expectation.
The state of Tennessee has a 70% minimum passing score on end-of-course examinations. That means that students must make at least a 70 in each of their subjects to pass on to the next grade. Now, Monroe County is proposing that a 60% is an acceptable passing grade. That means there's a 10% difference between the state standards and Monroe County standards. And one University of Tennessee professor says that that 10% equals a lot more than a few low test grades.
It does not prepare them for the natural consequences of failing to do bad work and feeling the pain and trying to make up for your mistakes.
Dr. Susan Benner is the Associate Dean for Professional Licensure in the School of Education. Benner also said that colleges take the value of students' grades into consideration when those students apply for higher education.
The high schools that they have applicants from develop reputations, and so they come to know that an A from school X is not equivalent to an A at school B.
While Dr. Benner says getting into and staying in college will be harder for those students, she does not think it will be impossible. Benner says the students can succeed as long as they study and try harder than they did in high school. Reporting for UT Today, I'm Caitlyn Cline.